Welcome back, gang. It's Delty from DeltyIsGaming.com. ZOS just released some juicy information regarding housing in Elder Scrolls Online and when it's going to be released next year. And I'm here to go through a sneak peek, talk about the post, show you some details, and especially the video trailer guide, and see what little things I noticed out of here that might be really cool coming out for housing ESO Update 13. Okay, so this is the official post ZOS put out earlier this morning, and I'll have a link for you in the description if you want to read the whole thing. What I noticed here, a couple different things. One, it's going to be released in February of 2017. Not a specific day, but it's going to be released on all platforms in around that month. It's going to come on the PTS in January, going to give me some time to make some cool houses and show you off some videos beforehand. And also that it's a free update. So that's a really big thing to give ZOS some kudos on. The last two have been free updates, whether you like them or not. They did spend a lot of time upgrading to 1 Tamriel, and now Update 13, or Housing, will be another free one. The big eye-popping numbers is nearly 40 homes with 2,000 decorations. That's huge. And then everyone has a chance to get a free home to start with just doing a quest. So I really like that. Another detail I think is pretty cool is that these houses are based on the races and the lore and the background of those based on where it is in the world, which is really cool. So you're going to have 9+1 Imperial. You're going to have to purchase that in a separate thing. But otherwise, you're going to have access to all of them. So if we scroll down here, we have the trailer which we're watching a little bit, and then the content. The thing about this post is it's really detailed, actually, which usually some of them have been very vague. So I really give ZOS some credit on that. Goes through home ownership in Tamriel. Essentially, you can own more than one, which I do like. You can own all 40 if you wanted to, or nearly 40, but that'd be quite expensive. And it goes into detail about actually purchasing a home. So here's a couple things that I got out of this. One, you'll notice in this post, they say nearly all homes will be able to be purchased with gold. So that doesn't mean all, meaning they're going to have some Crown Store exclusive homes, whether you like that or not. That's pretty much the only downside I can find out of this, is that it's nice that you can use gold instead, like the crown crates. There's no way to acquire them in game, so that's a big disadvantage to me in the game, is that you can't work for them. I'm a little disappointed in the crown exclusive homes, but it's a business, they got to make money, so we'll see how cool and fancy those are. But at least give them credit on using gold or crowns to get your homes. We scroll down here to decorating and furniture crafting. A couple things that I noticed out of this is that the furniture crate to get your houses, yes, you can use the Crown Store, but it can be crafted using existing materials in the game. So existing materials is important. That means some of them old mats that we don't use anymore, like sanded mahogany if you're done leveling and that sort of thing. Those mats might be used to make these awesome items, since they are different levels and tiered. I don't know how they're going to make that happen, but it will be a nice boon to the crafting system and also material collecting. So there's going to be a lot more incentive to actually go out, get different materials, decon it, and start trading around with that. If we scroll down further in this post, the thing that I'm most excited about is the fact that this system is achievement based. So there's going to be certain things, for instance, that you have to earn to be able to decorate your house, like veteran trials, AVA, PvP. Specifically, ZOS has confirmed to me that if you've become Emperor in the past, or you are currently, you can get a ruby throne in your house. And that is sick! So it's retroactive, it's achievement based, it's going to give us reasons to do achievements besides getting dies, because really that's why I don't do achievements like fishing and stuff like that, unless it has a really cool title like Emperor, Former Emperor, or a really cool die like Legate Black. I'm not going to go for it. But now that it's going to be tied into the housing system, just to know how many achievements are out there that are now going to be tied into this, giving you incentive to do that in content. That's what I've been hammering on ZOS for years about, is that their content is great. Like take Kraglin, for instance. Awesome quest, but the incentive isn't there. This is a huge boon to make this MMO, this huge massive world, just like 1 Tamriel did with the free update, to make it more reason to get out and do stuff. Scroll down even further, you got another really cool thing for min-maxers that I've been complaining about for quite a while, a lot of other people have, which is target dummies. So you see here target skeleton. We'll see that in the trailer a little bit. But basically now we're going to be able to prove who can actually DPS and how we can parse these builds, because you can do it solo. So no more going to blood spawn or this boss or that boss. Really, you can show these builds off, especially me, in a controlled environment in my home, just beating on a dummy, so we can go over sustain, rotations, all that stuff. Also, crafting, so you can have all your crafting, your assistants, your mounts. Another really cool thing is Mage's Guild. So on the consoles, it sucks getting your mages leveled up because you don't have add-ons to tell you go right here, go left here. The fact that you can have a lore book section where you just click on them and boom, you learn, Awesome. Going down into further little details here, I like these bullet points, and basically it's instanced, and no one can mess with it unless you want to. So essentially, it's no Ultima Online where you have to find a plot of land. Now, I really like that because everyone should be able to access whatever home they want. They also have some cool like RP flavor stuff where you can like let people decorate your house for you, and you also can't steal stuff from your house. So I really like that. You can designate people as visitors, which might be really cool for like a guild hall. If a guild like contributes a lot amount of gold and makes like a big huge investment into a house and make it their guild hall with crafting and all sorts of stuff, I can see that be a really cool big boon to the social aspect of this game, but also a negative aspect, because if all that crafting and all that stuff is in your house, you really have a lot of disincentive to go out in the world. It's kind of what happened in SWTOR. All right, now Zos has let me use this trailer, so I appreciate that. We're going to look at the little trailer clip here that they made, and I'm going to actually give you this link as well if you want to view it later. So it's going to show the different style homes. I got my little head here, but it's Orc Small Home. So there's different levels, obviously. There's big, medium, and humongo. So you're going to have to invest. They don't know the gold details out of this yet, but we'll be finding that out shortly. So what I like about this trailer is all this stuff you're seeing in here was designed by a developer using the actual tools in game. So there's no like, you can't use this, you can't get this. This is what can be done by you. And if a developer can do this, I can imagine some of the community members, just like Fallout 4 and SWTOR and some of these other games that have housing, they develop these monstrously cool houses. I mean, that's what I loved in Fallout 4. And right here, you can see that skeleton. You see it? Where is it? Right there. See? That's the skeleton. That's the target dummy. And you can see the crafters and the assistants. I really like that. Also, notice there's outside housing areas, which they talked about as well. So the decorations, 2,000. And the fact that, you know, you can craft this stuff and trade it with your buddies. You can set people as guests. They can visit your home. I mean, I'm nerding out here for real. This is exactly what I wanted in Elder Scrolls. It's starting to be like Skyrim online / an MMO, and there's more and more incentive to actually do stuff in the world to get these achievements, to collect this stuff. Now here's the keys right here. Look at this. Okay, so you see these little trophies on the wall? Look at that, those little trophies. That's what I'm talking about, the achievements. You can see kind of what I'm talking about. I can imagine those cool bosses, the Law of Lorcage you've killed or whatever, you want to post up that stuff. Now look in the back. You see that little corner? What's that? That's the Ruby Throne. That's the Ruby Throne. You see, it gets blurred out. But if you watch it close enough, that's the Ruby Throne. So my final thoughts on the housing. I see a lot of positives here, and they don't talk about Update 13 will also feature some balancing changes. I like the fact that two things. It's crafting based and it's achievement based. So anything that players can do to keep them playing, to keep them experiencing the game and feel like they're working towards something that's actually fruitful, the better. And the fact that you can actually earn these houses instead of just buy them, you can earn the achievements and do stuff that makes your world more flavorful. Just like Skyrim. That's what I love about Skyrim. You walk around and a guard goes, hey, I remember you from Markhold or whatever. You know, that's the environment that you want in the MMO, and that's adding to it. Other couple things, it's free update. You got to give them credit on that. Now, I know they've been doing the crown thing pretty hard, but you got to give them credit on that. That target and testing dummies and crafting. So this thing is going to be a hub. Now the prices we don't know about, and we'll have to see about that sort of thing. Downside I see is that there's Crown Store exclusive houses and items. Now, you know, the Crown Store thing, they've been pushing it pretty hard. They are a business, they got to make their money, but honestly, I give them some feedback. I don't like that there's an exclusive Crown Store thing. I think that you should stick with the current system and make it all earnable. I mean, make the price 2 million gold, 20 million, I mean, 600 billion, whatever, but just at least make it achievable. I would like to see that. So before we head out, a couple things I got to let you guys know. I'm going to have a big year next year. I'm coming back better than ever. We're going to plan some new things, going to launch some crowdfunding things, might return to streaming, don't know yet. Because my mom moved up here so we can watch little baby Maximus and have a lot more time on my hands, so look forward to that. Number 2, interview with Zos. Rich Lambert's going to come on my YouTube channel, and we're going to talk about housing. So I need you guys, the community, please leave comments in here of questions you want answers regarding housing. Oh, don't leave a question, or are you going to eliminate Zergs in PvP? Something regarding housing. Please leave me some comments. Let me know if you like this video, because there's a lot of other sources that cover news in ESO, so I don't really see if you guys like me to do this stuff. Please let me know in the comments. Likes, dislikes, share. 2017 shaping up to be huge for me and you, ESO. Thanks so much for watching.